welcome to Pilates with Jen, and thanks for joining me today. Today, I am bringing you a beginner full body workout. This is actually workout number 4 of our beginner series. We are going to be incorporating the magic circle or Pilates ring into this workout as long as the sitting box. If you don't have the sitting box, you can go ahead and do this whole workout without it. It is not necessary to complete the workout. I am going to be starting on 3 heavy springs. That's 3 red springs on my Reformer. My foot bar is going to be in its normal footwork position, headrest adjusted the way I like it, and my straps are connected. So once you're ready, get your props together and I'll meet you on the Reformer. All right, once you are ready, go ahead, lie yourself down. You're gonna find your heels on that bar, sits bones distance apart. That magic circle is just gonna be held in between the palms of your hands, elbows are resting down on the carriage mat. Go ahead, settle yourself down. Let's just begin with our breathing here. So I want you to take a big, deep inhale. As you're inhaling, squeeze that Pilates ring. Exhale. You're going to release that Pilates ring. Let's do 3 more like this, just connecting our ring to the breath. Take an inhale here. Exhale it out. Take 1 more here. Squeeze that ring. Exhale that air out. Flex your toes to your nose. Begin that pressing of the ring as you extend those legs long. Resist it in. So again, you want to take notice how you feel today. I say that in every class, but each and every day is very different. And the more you practice, the more you will become aware of your body and the way it feels each day. Syncing that movement with that breath. Just gentle squeezes on that ring. We're not killing it. It's just activating, keeping our collarbones open and connecting our breath work with our footwork. Let's go for 3, 2, 1 more. I want you to drop it in halfway. Little pulses up and down, little pulses with the ring. Connect with that breath. For 4, 3, 2, 1, extend it all the way out. And let's bring it all the way in. Go ahead, slide down to the balls of the feet. All 10 toes are picking up real estate. From here, we're going to extend the arms up towards the clouds. Heels are going to be gently lifted. Take an inhale, squeeze that ring. Exhale, resist it in. So remember, however you breathe, it's a tool, not a rule. So you do whatever breath pattern works for you. You still want to sync your movement with that pattern. Knees are pointing straight up to the clouds, pressing that magic circle, energizing through the legs as you're growing long through the neck. Let's go for 2 more. This last one, come in halfway. Same thing, pulses up and down, pulses in and out with that ring. Keep those abs pulled in. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend it all the way out, and let's bring it all the way home. Let's take those heels wide on to that foot bar. You're going to externally rotate so those toes are pointing diagonally to the corners of the rooms. Don't let the knees come out too wide. You want them to stay up over the ankles. Hands are coming back to this ring, but this time we're going to bend our elbows over our heads, squeezing that ring as we extend ourselves out. So once you're ready, take a big deep inhale, exhale, press the ring, bend it over your head. As you come in, the ring comes to the clouds. Keep those abs pulled in. You want to think about that neck growing long. Don't allow those shoulders to creep up to those ears. You're also trying to keep the wiggle minimized between both hips. We have 4, 3, 2, last one. You're going to come in halfway. Little pulses behind your head, up and down, little pulses in and out. Use that breath. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend it all the way out. Let's bring it on home. Slide down to the balls of the feet, keeping that external rotation here. Now the ring is coming down back towards your chest. Think about dropping those collarbones open. Now your knees are still in line over your ankles. Squeeze that ring, extend yourself out. I want you to drop your heels, keep that ring squeezed, lift the heels, release the ring, and come in. Again, squeeze it out. Drop the heels, keep the squeeze, lift, release the squeeze, and bring it in. So extend it out. Squeeze, release, come in. Squeeze it out. Drop the heels. Think about getting those heels under as you're squeezing through the midline. Lift the heels, release the ring, and come on in. We have 4 more. Feeling that whole body incorporate with each other, especially with that ring. So moving from the tips of your toes to the tips of your fingers. 1 more here. When you come up on those toes, go ahead, walk those toes back towards the center. We're just going to keep the ring right here with our elbows down. We're going to push ourselves out. We're going to do the same thing here. So you're going to drop it, keep the squeeze, release, and come in. Push it out. Squeeze, keep the squeeze. Lift and in. Getting those calf raises in, that tendon stretch. Can you feel that ring helping you open through the chest area and the collarbones? Last one. When you come in, come all the way in, you can bring that circle towards your knees and rock it out. We're going to come into our bridging section now, so go ahead, bring your feet to that foot bar. If your headrest is up, please go ahead and knock it down. I am going to be taking this Pilates ring and I am going to be sticking it in between my inner thighs. Now your feet, your heels or arches are going to go on that bar. If this is too much for your inner thighs, just take the Pilates ring out. I know some people cannot stand the tension in between, so take it out, maybe use a ball if you need to. It's a little gentler on the inner thighs. Arms are coming down by your side. You're going to draw those abdominals in. Now, I want you to tilt your pelvis towards your nose. Squeeze the ring. Activate that pelvic floor. Slowly articulate yourself up. Try to keep those heels pulling towards your glutes as you roll yourself up. When you get to the top, take a glance, look at those knees. Are they in line with the hips and in line with those shoulders? Take an inhale at the top, and I want you to slowly start articulating yourself down from the base of your shoulders all the way down, coming all the way down, 1 vertebrae at a time, coming into that imprinted spine, and then you're going to roll back to the neutral. Let's continue that motion. Tuck the tailbone in, curl yourself up, squeezing that magic circle, activating the hips, inner thighs. Take an inhale at the top, softly roll down onto the base of your shoulders, rolling each vertebrae one by one like a string of pearls. Find your neutral and then tuck and roll. We'll do 2 more just like this. One more here. We're going to do full set all the way up. And then you'll roll yourself all the way down. Go ahead, take that ring out for a moment if you need to. Just reset. Placing that ring back in between, we're going to come in with hip lifts. So arms are by our sides here. Heels, arches are on that bar. Gentle squeeze into that ring. When you're ready, squeeze the glutes, lift the hips. Now I want you to squeeze this ring when you're at the top. I want you to squeeze it for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the hips. Let's lift it up. Let's squeeze for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the hips. Let's lift it up. We'll squeeze for 2. This time, drop the hips. We're going to squeeze for 1. We're going to do 4 sets. So down, lift and squeeze for 3 more. Lift and squeeze. Lift and squeeze. When your bottom comes down, bring it down. Go ahead, take that ring out and drop your knees from side to side. Go ahead, reset yourself, move away from those shoulder blocks here. We're going to take that ring this time, and this time that ring's coming up above our chest. Now our heels or arches are still on that foot bar, but we're going to come into a shoulder bridge where we lift without the support of our arms. So draw those abdominals in. I want you to pretend you still have that ring, so fire up through those inner thighs and that pelvic floor. And once you're ready, take an inhale, exhale, lift through those heels of those arches, lift those hips, squeeze those glutes at the top, and come down. We're just going to continue with this motion, lifting up and down with our arms up to the clouds. Now, if you feel okay here, can you squeeze the ring as you lift the hips? Release the ring as you release the hips. Lift and squeeze. Use that breath. You can come down to a hover, or you can take a break, touch the mat. You choose where you want to be. We have 4 for 3, 2, last 1. Go ahead, bring those hips down. Bring the ring to your chest, and go ahead, bring those knees on in. And then once you are ready, we are slowly going to be coming off our reformers quickly, just making a spring change. So coming up, I am going to be taking off 2 heavy springs. That's 2 red springs on my reformer, adding a blue spring on. So I'm down to 1 heavy, 1 blue spring. You can lift your headrest up if you choose, and then you can go ahead, lie yourself back down. You're going to grab those straps to begin. The ring is staying with us here, and that ring is going to come in between your inner thighs. You can also have it in between your calves if that feels better for you, but whichever works for you. Arms are coming up. When you're ready, you're going to drop those, plug those shoulders down your back, open up through those collarbones, squeeze that ring. When you're ready, arms are coming down by your sides, and you're resisting it up. So press the arms down to the waist, resist it up. Think about ever so slightly pressing into that ring as you're dropping those hands past your thighs. If you're new to the Pilates ring, or not even, if you use the Pilates ring often and just haven't used it in a while, it has a tendency to trigger small stabilizing muscles that we normally don't activate. So the quiver that happens with that magic circle is what we're looking for. We're going to go for 2 more. Next time the arms are down by your sides, hold them there. Keeping those arms reaching towards that foot bar, I want you to think about taking your toes, dipping them down into the water and resisting them up. So you're just hinging from the hips, tapping the toes into the water, lifting them up. Tap it down and up, moving as one unit. Head is relaxed, neck is growing long. You're using those abdominals to curl those legs back up towards the center. We have 2 more. One more here. When those legs come up, go ahead, float those arms to the clouds, bring your feet to the foot bar, and drop it out from side to side for 1 moment. All right, we're gonna come back up, arms reaching above our chest. Squeeze the ring, draw the legs into tabletop. Arms are coming by the sides. We're gonna keep the elbows towards our waistline, coming in for a tricep press. So press the arms down, resist it up. Now, if you feel okay here, we're gonna add that chest lift progression. So when the arms come in towards you, on the next one, tuck your chin, curl yourself up towards that ring, and resist yourself back down. Really look between those inner thighs and bring it down. Relax those hands. Elbows can be resting on the carriage mat, but you're trying to keep them tucked in towards your side body. We have 3 more. For 2. Last one. When those arms come up, head comes down, feet find the foot bar, drop it from side to side. Last and final set are going to be arm circles. So we're gonna bring those arms back up to the clouds. Magic circle is still in between our inner thighs. Float those legs to tabletop. From here, we're gonna drop our arms down towards our hips. Flip the palm towards the hips, open them up out to a T. Keep the carriage quiet as you bring the arms up to the clouds. Press them down. Open the arms out to the T, stop the carriage, close the arms. Press it down, out to the T, all about the control. Can you squeeze the ring as you bring the arms up? Press it down. Think about squeezing that ring, keeping that carriage quiet. 1 more this direction. Squeeze the ring. Hold that squeeze, hold the arms. We're reversing it. Open it out to a T, carriage stays quiet. Sweep towards the hips, float it up. So now the ring. As the arms are up towards the clouds, no squeeze on the ring, just a gentle pressure. Open out, quiet carriage, quiet ring. Squeeze towards your midline, squeeze that ring. Keep that squeeze as you lift the arms up, release the squeeze, open the arms out, keep the carriage quiet to your hips. Last 2. Embrace the shake, especially when you slow things down. 1 more. When those arms come up to the clouds, go ahead, find that foot bar. Take that ring on out. You can hang those straps up behind you. And then go ahead, give yourself a little rock massage. Bring your knees to your chest, rock it out, take a moment. All right, once you are ready, we're gonna be coming up off that carriage. We are gonna be adding all of our springs on. So go ahead, put all of your springs on. And this is where we are going to need that strap. We will be taking our magic circle with us as well, but let's put our short box on first. Let's get into some more of the ab work. So placing the shoulder blocks onto my reformer, and my feet are coming in to, actually before we do that, just go ahead, have a seat on your carriage. You don't need to put your feet into the strap yet. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna take that magic circle. We're gonna be sitting nice and tall over our sitting bones. Our hands are gonna hold that magic circle right at the center. From here, we're just gonna warm up our rotation. So take a big deep inhale, squeeze that circle, keeping those hips planted. I want you to rotate towards your left and bring it back to the center. Keep the squeeze, rotate towards the right, release the squeeze as you come back to center. So squeeze and rotate, release and return. Squeeze to rotate, alternating side to side. You're trying to keep those hips planted in that cement. We'll do one more left, one more right. Come back to center here, and let's go ahead, reach those arms up over the head. Fingertips are light, palms are pressing in. Plug those shoulders down your back. Squeeze the magic circle ever so slightly. You're gonna go ahead, laterally flex over towards your left, not allowing that left side to come, not allowing that right side to come up. Keep those hips planted. Bring it back up to center. Let's laterally flex over towards the right. Keep that left hip planted down onto the box and bring it up. Again, over to the left, right hip stays down, back up to center. Think about reaching up and over those ribs as you laterally flex from side to side. We'll do one more. When you come back up to center, go ahead, bring that magic circle back to your chest. Now go ahead, reach, grab those straps. Now you want to have those straps loosely, your knees are pressing out onto that strap. So you have tension in that strap. Shoulders are down your back. You're sitting at the edge of your box, stacked nice and tall. We're going to squeeze that ring, plug those shoulders down. I want you to articulate yourself down, roll yourself back, holding that ring. Now release, squeeze, and roll yourself back up. Stack your spine, release the squeeze. Again, squeeze the magic circle. Articulate yourself back, keeping that squeeze. Get to where you feel comfortable, release the squeeze, re-squeeze, draw those abdominals in, and roll yourself on up. Stack that spine. Let's go for 4 more. Squeeze, articulate, and roll. Release the squeeze, press the squeeze, and roll it up. So using that squeeze gives you a little bit of a static hold, so getting a little bit of time under tension. Remember to use that breath, stack that spine. This will be our last and final one with that round back. So articulate yourself back. This time I want you to stay back, release the squeeze, and stay back. Now keep that scoop, keep those shoulders back, squeeze the ring, go to the left, bring it back to center, go to the right, back to center. Same thing we did in the warm-up before we added the articulation round back. Squeeze and rotate. Keep the squeeze. We got one more each side. Left, center, right, center. Release the squeeze. Squeeze it again and roll yourself on up. Stack those hips. Take a moment here. All right. Go ahead, relax those shoulders. We're gonna come into our flat back hinge. So we're gonna keep the magic circle right where it was, but the elbows are coming in towards our waist. It's keeping the whole body tight together. You're gonna squeeze that magic circle. You're gonna hinge yourself back. Release the squeeze. Squeeze it and lift. Again, squeeze, elbows tight to the body. Hinge it back. Lift. Release the squeeze. Again, I forgot to release. So hinge it back. Hold it for a second. Release. Squeeze. Hinge it up. Let's go for 4. For 3. Squeeze for 2. Last one. Squeeze, hinge it back, release the squeeze, hinge it up. Woo, relax those shoulders. You can take your feet out of that strap. And go ahead. I want you to just place the magic circle down for a second. I'm just going to place it in front of me on my reformer. I just want you to roll those shoulders. Place one hand, doesn't matter. I'm going to take my left hand first. Right hand is going to come up to the clouds. I'm just going to reach over for a little bit deeper of a lateral flexion. Maybe that opposite hip is now trying to come up off that box, which is fine. And let's bring it up. Let's open up the other side, reaching the left hand side up. I'm coming up over to my right and bringing it back to center. All right, we are going to be changing our spring. So go ahead, take all of your springs off except for that one blue spring. So staying with that one spring. We're going to reach behind you. We're going to grab any strap, whichever strap you want. I am starting with my right hand. Choice between the long loop or the short loop. Magic circle is still with us. Hands with the strap is holding the magic circle. Hands without the strap is holding the magic circle. You are sitting up nice and tall. Shoulders are plugged down your back. You have a string pulling you from the top of your head. We're going to go ahead and begin rotating towards the strap. So let the strap rotate you. Now again, think about your bottom stuck to that box. Now I want you to take a big deep inhale. On that exhale, squeeze the ring, rotate back to center. Release the ring, let the strap pull you. Feel the waistline rotate. Squeeze the ring, pull it back to center. Let's continue that motion. Go at your pace and what feels good for you. So getting that rotational work in today. We're going for 4. 3. 2. Bring out that waist. Last one, when you come to center, hold it there. We're going to extend, press the ring in together, extend the arms out, resist it in. So you're trying to slow down the unstrapped arm to meet with the strapped arm. So you're not allowing the unstrapped arm to take lead. You're resisting the pull back. Those shoulders are still down your back. We're going for 4. Feel those back muscles as you pull in. 3, 2, and last one. Go ahead, press that magic circle down, and you can go ahead, hang that strap up. We're gonna go ahead, grab the other strap, short loop or a long loop, the choice is yours. We're gonna grab that magic circle like a steering wheel. Shoulders are plugged down, abs are pulled in, you're sitting nice and tall over those sitting bones. We're gonna allow our waist to rotate towards the strap. We're gonna take an inhale, squeeze the ring, resist it back towards the center as you exhale. Inhale, twist, squeeze, exhale, return to center. That bottom is glued into that box. This is all about your waistline here. Squeezing the ring is just making you connect through the whole powerhouse. We're going for 3 more. Squeeze and rotate. This is one of my favorite rotational moves. It's so simple, but yet so effective. Bring it back to center and go ahead, relax those shoulders. We're gonna go ahead for that push and press. So you're squeezing that magic circle, shoulders are plugged down your back. You're gonna extend the arms out, resist them in. So this is definitely my weaker side of my body. I definitely feel my unstrapped side, which is my dominant side, really trying to take over as my left hand's a little bit slower trying to move this weight. So I'm trying to get my body to work together using that squeeze and letting the abs help. We got 3 more. Push it away. Pull it back in. Push it away and pull it in. 1 more. Bring it on in. Excellent job. We can take that strap and we can put that strap down. We're also gonna be done with the magic circle just for a little bit. And we are gonna be taking our foot bars down. They don't have to go down all the way, just a little bit out of the way is fine. And then we're gonna be changing our spring from 1 red spring to from 1 blue spring to 1 red spring. So you should have 1 heavy spring on your carriage. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna kneel on the carriage. Knees are coming onto the carriage, elbows are coming onto the box. We're gonna have our toes tucked onto the platform. We're gonna come into some planks, so I want you to drop those shoulders down your back. Your forearms are on that box. Arms are in parallel with one another and your toes are on to that platform. Now, before we start doing anything, I want you to figure out this position. Think about how you feel here. Imagine dropping those shoulders down and you have a string pulling you from the crown of your head. Now, one toe, both toes are turned under, but I want you to extend your right leg long. So now you're going to extend that right leg long. Your hips are naturally going to open up. I want you to square those hips to the mat underneath you so your hips stay square. Now, can you lift that left hand and hold it, keeping those abs pulled in? Carriage is probably going to wiggle, but that's okay. You're trying to stabilize through your core, holding that arm and that leg, using oppositional sides of the abdominals. Balancing, trying to keep that hip square. We're holding it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, bring the left arm in, right knee comes down. Let's switch to the opposite side. So find that 4-point position. Tuck those toes under. Now you're going to extend that opposite leg. For me, that is my left leg. My left hip is up in the air. I feel it. I don't even have to look at it. Square it out. Once you're square, you'll feel a little awkward, but that's the natural position. Extend the opposite hand. Reach the leg long. You're holding through that core from oppositional sides. Use the transverse abdominals that run from left to right instead of up and down. Think about that airplane seatbelt, tight jeans. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that hand down and sit yourself into child's pose for a moment. All right, coming back into that 4-point position. Those toes are now going to stay tucked. And all we're going to do is we're going to lift our knees up into the air for a little bit of a knee hover. So again, shoulders are not up by your ears. You want to plug them down your back, trying to keep your collarbones wide. Abs are pulled in nice and tight. And from here, curl those toes under. Grip that platform. You're going to lift your knees. You're going to hold for 3, 2, 1. You're going to drop the knees. Let's continue. Pick up the knees. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Drop the knees. Lift them up for 3, 2, 1, and drop. Let's lift. 3, 2, 1, and drop. We have 4 more. Lift, drop, lift, and drop. Last 2. Lift them. Drop them. Last 1. Lift them. Can you hold them here for 10, 9, 8. Keep those abs and shoulders back and in. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop those knees. Sit yourself back into a child's pose. All right, last and final set, coming into those full planks. If a full plank does not work for you, feel free to come out to a plank with your knee down and hold it like this, and then you'll come in and you'll switch. So here we go. Send those shoulders down, tuck those toes. Your choice, you can pick the knees up and push yourself out, or you can bring one knee down, add the other knee. Now we're gonna hold this plank. You're gonna make sure those shoulders are in line with those elbows. Your abs are pulled in, your tailbone is tucked down, and the weight is to your heels. If you are on a single leg plank, please pull yourself in, change your leg, as we're gonna hold this for another 10 seconds. Keep that body strong, those shoulders away from the ears. Don't dump. If it's becoming too hard, bring yourself in for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend those knees, drop them down, and send yourself back into child's pose. All right, let's come up. We are going to be changing our foot bar back up to its normal position. And then we are going to be grabbing our foot bar. We're staying on that one red spring, coming into a little bit of lower body work. We're going to come into some standing scooters. So my inside foot, for me, is my left foot, is coming to the box. My heel is on the box. The ball of my foot is down on the carriage. Magic circle is going to hold on to this foot bar for you. Okay, so draw those abdominals in. Your knee is down. Your standing leg is almost in line with that knee. You're going to come down into that low scooter position, so drop your hips. Use the magic circle to balance. Push yourself all the way out. Resist it in. Again, push it out and in. We're working in to that glute, and using this magic circle here is helping us hinge forward. So we're working lower. So we're working this lower part of the glute, actually the whole glute, should I say. So hinging forward, holding it in. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's pulse it, bring it halfway. We got 10 pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Extend it all the way out and bring it in. Excellent. Second set. Your magic circle can stay here, or it can come to your chest. You choose where you want to be. This is more balance work here. So when you're ready, shoulders down. You're going to extend that carriage out, come into a lunge, and bring it in. So extend it out, come into that lunge, and bring it in. Squeeze the magic circle as you come down, release the magic circle, and come up. We're going for 4 more. So this is definitely more quad work with our trunk upright. Still getting some glute, but more emphasis on the quad. This is the last one. You're going to hold it down. Can you push that carriage back for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Remember, you can hold on. 3, 2, and 1. Bring it all the way in. Woo! And step it on out. You should definitely feel that in that glute. And we will be stretching it all out after this round. So I'm coming over to the other side. All right, my right foot coming to the box. Heel is on the, ball of the foot is on the carriage, heel is on the box, sorry. You're gonna find your knee almost in line with your knee on the carriage. Squat yourself down. Use the magic circle, you're gonna press into it. Push the carriage out, resist it in. Push it out and in. The lower you get, the more work you get. Keep those abs pulled in, working on that stabilizing leg. Hinge it forward. Keep that gaze over the tip of the nose. We got 4, 3, 2, 1. Can you bring it halfway in? Little pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend it all the way out and bring it on in. All right, last and final set. Standing lunge forward. So you have the option between magic circle at your chest or magic circle at the foot bar. When you're ready, you're gonna go ahead, you're gonna push that carriage out, bend that front leg. You're gonna come up, stand it upright. Again, bend, push, squeeze the magic circle, and bring it in. Squeeze it down, resist it up. How slow can you come up? Remember, for balance, if balance is a challenge, you can use the magic circle to help you. We have 2 more, and then we're going to do those pulses back. This is the last one. Let's pulse it back for 10, 9, 8, 7. Try to use that glute to stop. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, bring it all the way in, and you can carefully take that foot on out and walk it out for a moment. All right, we're gonna go ahead, just come to the foot bar, give yourself a pigeon pose for a moment. Just open up those glutes, allow yourself to lean forward. You can also do it on the foot bar or the platform if that works better for you. And go ahead, switch to the other side as well. All right, we are done with the box. We can take the box off of our reformer. And we are gonna lie ourselves back down. We are on one red spring now. I'm gonna add a blue spring to my reformer. You're gonna go ahead, lie yourself down, and you can put your headrest up if you choose. You are gonna go ahead, grab those straps, put your feet in to those straps, and then once your feet are in those straps, I want you to take that ring, put the ring over the straps, and then that ring is gonna come to your calves. So we did a lot of inner thigh work today. I'm just gonna round it out with a little outer thigh work with the magic circle. So once you are ready, that magic circle is in, pads are against your calves. You're gonna bend your knees in, flex your feet, and push it away. So again, bend your knees in. You're creasing at the hip. You're keeping that tailbone heavy. You're pushing and pressing. So really pressing out on that ring, also working a little bit of the outer thigh here. Just rounding it out. Let's go for 3, 2, last one, bring those knees in. You're gonna send those legs straight one more time. You're gonna float them up towards the clouds. Really push out on that circle as those legs come up over your hips and press it down towards the foot bar. The more you push out on that magic circle, the more you can feel the engagement of the back line. Let's go for 2 more. Next time those feet are up towards the clouds, hold them there. Can you bend your knees towards your chest? Reach out, grab that magic circle. You can place that magic circle down. Go ahead, push both those legs out, float them up and come around for your circles. Bring those legs out and around, really stretching those legs, outer thighs and inner thighs out. Let's go for 3 in this direction. For 2. Next time those feet come up to the clouds, hold them there. Go ahead, place your feet down towards the foot bar, come out and around. Last 3. For 2. And last 1. When those feet come up to the clouds, go ahead, flex those toes towards your nose, reach down, grab those straps. From here, you can bend your knees in towards your chest, carefully take one strap off, followed by the other. You can hang those straps on up. When you're ready, you can slowly come on up. Go ahead, sit at the edge of your reformer, and thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this reformer workout, and like always, please like, comment, and share. And until next time, I'll meet you on the reformer. Bye.